Amazon is the tried and true way of shopping for anything you need or want at the lowest prices. Support the channel at no cost to you by doing your Amazon shopping through the link in the video description. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Crunch deck and guide. If you want to take a look at the deck, go to the end of the video. That's where we'll take a look at it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, the very first card we pick up is Exoskeleton. Provides us the opportunity to harass this monkey Wukong tremendously well. It gives us the ability to regen health every time we deal damage, or whenever this Wukong deals damage to us. And as you can see, the Exoskeleton worked really quite well, and I want to harass this monkey as much as possible. The first ability we get that you saw me use quite a few times there was the right crunch, and that is our E ability. It deals 70 ability damage, stuns for half a second, and when empowered, which is something we'll talk about later, basically when we have our ultimate, our every third ability when we have our ultimate is empowered, dealing extra damage, and in our right crunch's case, we actually end up doing quite a bit. We actually end up doing quite a bit. It has that stun, which is really important. And I may be able to kill the monkey once again. He's underestimating the power of Crunch in this early game. Able to just go to town. I'm actually going to clear this as much as possible here because I want to go back to base, get our first monster card, even though the Morigesh here is probably going to kill me. Likely is. Probably has another mark. No, she doesn't. As I am able to get out of here barely. The next ability you unlock is your forward crunch, your right click, and it does quite a bit. It deals damage when you hit an enemy, but what happens is you actually lunge forward, just like I did there for a escape. And as you can see, this crunch really can't do very much to me with that escape ability with our forward crunch. The next ability you get is your Q ability, your right crunch. Your left crunch, pardon me. And basically what this does is just a big cleave damage in front of you for quite a bit of damage. It's your damage ability, even though all of your abilities deal a sizable amount of damage. I want to pressure out this Wukong here. Oh, I actually hit him. I hit him in midair. Interesting. I didn't think that would work, but it did. So we get healing tower. So when you are under tower, you can get some mana. So you can get some mana back, which is very, very important on Crunch until we get mana reactor, which is farther up the vitality tree. When we take damage, we will get we will get our mana back. It is really important. And I want to use the Possessed Spriken we have here, our first card, to our advantage. It gives us monstrous health regen, but it only gives us the ability to not use that card slot at all. Unfortunately, that card slot is now taken up. It's a cursed card. We cannot use that. We can't take the card off, so it is a investment. You have to utilize the early game advantage, and as you can see, this Wukong really can't do very much in this lane against me. I want to focus down. I want to focus on not having him in lane and upgrading my E ability as much as possible. What I'm actually going to do here, I'm actually going to again harass him here a little bit, take a few shots at the tower, and maybe position to take him out once more here. We'll see. Where is he? There he is. And there is one monkey dead. Diving towers with that Possessed Spriken for fantastic sustain. But I'm going to have to be careful here if there are anybody out. Now, I just want to kill that monkey. He is a carry, and this is why I picked Crunch. I thought the Wukong would be in the lane. Crunch is the mega bully in the solo lane against a squishy target like that. Wukong. So there you go. We're going to switch our exoskeleton out for Green Spring. Gives us basic armor and regen while we are out of combat. So as we're standing around, slow pushing the lane, meaning not dealing, only last hitting the minions in lane. We're going to regen our health, and that basic armor is going to do a really great job of mitigating a lot of the damage that this Wukong is going to be able to do now that he has his ultimate. Again, focusing on pushing him out of lane, and he is indeed not here, so that is fine. I'm going to just save again, not push this wave. Make sure that he wastes his mana on me, and I'm going to wait for this. Did I get him? Maybe we'll probably, hopefully get him. There we go. And well done here by this Aurora for the gank. And there is my re-crunch, which is our ultimate. What it does is it enables us to use the last ability that we used. The last ability. So the last ability right now, you just have to kind of remember, is that it is my forward crunch. My forward crunch was the last ability you used. There's nothing to really say what ability that is, which is maybe a bit of an issue, to be honest with you, but that's just part of playing crunch. You got to know what you used previously. You got to know that combo, and that's just it. Now that we have our mana reactor gem, now we can really spar with this Wukong and have infinite mana with the possessed Sprykin giving us the regen. It's going to be really quite good. I'm going to actually take a little bit of damage here. And I'm going to have this tower down right here. I'm going to stun him in place, use my left crunch, and maybe kill him. Let's see. Can we do it indeed? Oh my goodness. No! The combos, ladies and gentlemen. And he gets out of here, even though he doesn't deserve that. That is the issue with Crunch. One interesting thing with him is that his abilities combo. His abilities queue up. So when you use Crunch, normally when you press abilities on other heroes, if you are in the middle of another action, for example, you can't actually do very much. Nothing happens. But with Crunch, if you're in the middle of a ability, you can actually queue up your ultimate or your abilities. And okay, so now we are in a bit of a trouble here. And yeah, so I didn't see the crunch there. I should have thought of the crunch, but what I am doing is I'm putting this Wukong in his place and shoving down this lane. I'm not letting him farm. I'm not letting him push, enabling my team here, this Iggy and Scorch, push this mid lane tower down. So really pretty smart play on my part to go this route in this game. One ability that validates going for Possessed Sprykin a ton is Vital Waters. Increased all healing effects cast and received by 10%. Max health and health regen is insane. Really validates Possessed Sprykin tremendously. Now, for that Wukong, I'm going to go for Numbing Rogue, but Unbroken Spirit is really, really good. It will deal with the stun of Wukong, the stun from the whole bunch of stuns from the enemy, the enemy crunch, and it's going to be definitely a card that we're going to get pretty darn soon here. Now the Wukong is going to go, so I always have to keep him in check. Make sure he can't farm too much. He is at 14, and I am at 20 attribute points. So this is, our time. We don't have 2 carries. They do. So we're going to have to be really, really careful here with trying to do anything here. And, there's nothing I can do with him dodging around the towers here. I'm going to hopefully try to take care of him here. No, unfortunately, he's going to be not going to be able to do anything there. There's a stun. on damage, but I don't think I have the... Oh, and I missed the stun, ladies and gentlemen. Can I take him? Oh, no, dear. Can I do it? Please go, baby. There we go. Whee! Look at that. Barely able to kill a Wukong that is well below my power level. So I mean, it is tricky. I mean, but that means that I am much more ahead of him. He's not doing carry things, so that means a lot here. I'm going to try to get this inhibitor down. As you can see, the combo nature of Crunch is fantastic. What his ult does is every basic attack, you reduce the cooldowns of your other abilities by 1 second here at level 3. What we also have, the Onslaught gems reduce basic cooldowns by 0.2 seconds every time we basic attack. So almost got that, but not quite. Let's see, can I duel this Morigesh? I think I actually can here. Let's see if we can. There's a stun. So close, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very close. I wanted to do that. Was probably not the smartest of me to go for that. But I wanted to see she was really committing. I missed a few abilities. Gotta land those abilities. Now, you are the disruptor. You hit hard in the backlines, disrupting the enemy. That's kind of just your job. We are too tanky. We don't have Unbroken Spirit just yet. We're going to try to just take down this inhibitor, because that's exactly what we need to do here. Will I engage hard? I am half health, and I don't have Prime, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go to the right here and do that. There's a stun. We should have the follow-up. Oh, yeah, very nice. So, I mean, you got to go in there, disrupt the back line, and try to just wreck absolute havoc. As you can see, the game's ending here at we have a serious advantage here by the 25-minute mark. That is exactly what you have to do with Possessed Paragon in the solo lane. If it's basically a no loss scenario. If you get Possessed Paragon, then you can totally dominate and hopefully create a strong enough advantage so that you win the game. If your enemy gets Possessed Paragon, then it's just a pretty chill solo lane, and both of you have a cursed card at the end game, so there is an equal disadvantage on both sides. We have Fast Travel Gem and Reflexive Purify, just so that when we go in, what we can do here is nicely done. And that is a little scenario of what you got to do to, follow up with the rest of your team. You have 2 stuns. Your right crunch and then your re-crunch to do your stun again. So it's very monstrously powerful, and you just got to learn to use it right. We're going to have to go for the Murdoch here. There is the stun. There's another stun. There is my damage, and I'm going to get out of here. No, it doesn't look like the team didn't follow up, but the Muriel damage mitigation with the shields is phenomenal. And unfortunately, our team goes down. At this point, really doesn't quite matter because, I mean, we have 3 inhibitors down at the 26-minute mark, and 3 Fang Teeth to 1. That is the whole point of this solo lane deck. Now we are just a disruptor. We've moved from early game damage through the sustain and just Crunch's kit deals damage itself. Now we are the disruptor with Numbing Rogue and an Unbroken Spirit, as tanky as we can through 2 cards here. That's all that we can do. If you don't need that tankiness, you can go for Trapper. Basic attacks reduce enemy move speed by 5% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. At max stats, root your target for 1.5 seconds. That is if you want more damage. It is all up to you. Or Vital Waters for more regen and healing. Now that we have Unbroken Spirit and we gain health regen when we are stunned, really this Crunch can't really do much to counter us here. We're going to deal some damage. Make sure to try to get onto this Muriel here. We have our stun. If she can get that slow, perfectly done. Yeah, our team's doing a really good job here. And not much I can do to chase down that Morgesh. So as you can see, I mean, we're dealing some good damage. We really are. We have 7 points into agility, a whole bunch into vitality, almost maxed out. And there you go. So hope you guys enjoyed Crunch. One final tip is that you need to you need to animation cancel. So what you saw there was animation canceling. Halfway through your animation of your basic attack, when you actually deal that damage, you need to press your ability so that you cancel the last half of your basic attack animation, so that you can deal more damage faster. You basically kind of cheat the system, not really. I gotta get out of here. No ability damage. I have the great ability damage mitigation from the Unbroken Spirit is enough. So what this does is it enables you to deal a tremendous amount of damage. There we go. We got the kill. Anyways, this is just a one prolonged game here. The entire team's not there. We're all over the place. But there you guys go. Let's check out the build. Here is the deck, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Exoskeleton, regen 30 health every time you, 90 health over 3 seconds, no, 30 health over 3 seconds whenever you take damage from an enemy hero. Is very strong, almost mandatory in the solo lane. Flame Possession, if you anticipate rotating for objectives a lot, grab this. I had the Wukong that I just had to focus down, so I did not get that. Green Spring, basic armor, great for mitigating that damage in the early game, plus health regen, which is really great, especially for ranged solo offlaners, so that it maybe if you are, you know, standing back a little bit more. Possessed Sprykin, get it, you can't go wrong. If you get it and the enemy solo laner doesn't, you win. If you do and they answer back with a Possessed Sprykin, then you're fine. Then it's a normal solo lane once again. Growth Totem, great transition card when you're going for those late endgame cards. Veil Stepper is a really good option if you want to get more damage and sustain, because that gives you health regen as well and basic armor. So it's basically like Green Spring and Possessed Sprykin together in one card. It is really crazy. It's cost 6 points. Vital Waters really it is almost a Possessed Sprykin on its own, costing 7 points instead of 3, but it validates Possessed Sprykin a ton. It increases what health regen it gives, so it kind of prolongs the value of Possessed Sprykin much longer. Wicked Riposte is a great tanky and purify option for especially like Morgesh, for Wraith especially, is really strong. Coursing Zephyr, another option, especially if you want to deal a little bit more damage, for purifying yourself against those options as well. Rogue, fantastic as you saw against a Wukong, slowing all nearby units, attack speed by 20% is the tanky card, is fantastic for you and the rest of your team. Trapper for damage and utility to slow enemy targets is an option, and Unbroken Spirit for great ability damage mitigation and great regen after being hit by hard crowd control. Gems, fast travel so you can rotate faster and catch up to people in crunch is fantastic. Healing towers, if you're kind of on the back heel, and you can use that to especially get the mana regen, which is undervalued. Mana Reactor for infinite mana with your infinite health through Possessed Sprykin. Damage return so that especially somebody like a Wukong gets that damage back to them, and Reflexive Purify so that Crunch can keep his combos going and purifies a lot of the debuffs every once in a while. And Intellect for Onslaught to basically double the effectiveness of, well, it's really effective. Basically, you get your ult before you get your ult, and then when you have your ult, it's an even empowered ult. So it's a fantastic option for Crunch. Yes, it does really work well. There you guys go. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Crunch and this deck. Patreon allows creators to offer their fans a way of supporting them and what they do. With flexible and painless payment options, anyone can support their creator for as little as $1 a month. If you would like to help me do what I love, check out the link in the video description to learn more. Please like this video, like it, dislike it, dislike it, share it, community, of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, especially if you found it useful, I do lots of guides all the time, so please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Check the video description for links to the website, merchandise store, and Amazon affiliate links, as well as all my social media right here. Please, huge thank you, huge thank you to my Patreon supporters, my YouTube sponsors, and my Twitch subscribers who all go out of the way on their own platforms to support me and make these videos possible. Until next time, like always, guys, stay optimistic and positive.